Welcome everyone to our April 7th Planning Board meeting. Let's read our thing. Please note this meeting is being made available to the public through an audio recording, which will be used to ensure an accurate record of the proceedings produced in the minutes of the meeting. All comments made in open session will be recorded. PAC TV is providing the service live to Comcast Xfinity Government Access Channel 9. Those without cable, visit YouTube for a live stream. Board member Jim Nunes is participating via remote participation in accordance with requirements of 940 CMR 29.10 via speakerphone due to geographic distance. All votes during this meeting will be made. For live stream. Let me mute him for a sec. Do I need to mute you, or are you going to mute me, Jim? Oh, he muted us. All right, okay. Evidently, he's watching as he participates. All votes during this meeting will be made via roll call. Up first, we have a public hearing, SP 3-25, an application of JP Morgan Chase Bank, NS, Cara Bowler, requesting site plan approval under zoning bylaw of the town of Pembroke, section B7, site plan approval. The applicant proposes to construct with the proposed fit out of existing friendlies to new Chase Bank. The proposed project also includes minor site improvements, including ADA improvements, sidewalk improvements, and a mill and overlay of the existing parking area. The property is located at 146 Church Street, Pembroke, in Business District B, as shown on Assessor's Map F15, Lot 58C. A copy of the application is available in the Planning Board office here at the Town Hall. Okay, and who do we have here for us tonight?
Yeah, so for the record, Nick Dewhurst with Bowler. We're the civil engineers on the project. Just to give sort of a high-level overview on what we're looking to do here. So as you mentioned, this is 146 Church Street. On the plan here, you have Old Church. It's bounded by Old Church Street to the north and Church Street to the south. Route 3 you can see is running east to west, or I'm sorry, north to south on the east side of the page. Let's flip to the next slide. The existing parcel, it's 2.28 acres. It's currently comprised of 2 existing retail buildings. So there's sort of a multi-tenant commercial use to the north, so kind of that building with the blue arrow. And just below that is the existing Friendly's building. So it is 2 separate buildings. They're located on the same parcel spaces to make sure they meet those slope thresholds. And similarly, we're doing the same to the sidewalk. So replacing a portion of the existing concrete sidewalk to bring it into ADA compliance. Other than that, as I mentioned, it's a fit out of the existing building. There are some facade improvements, which I do have slides for that, so I'll flip to that in a minute. But other than that, all the utilities are being proposed to stay the same. We are proposing 1 new site light, which we're actually requesting a waiver for on the height of that pole, which I'll get into in a minute. But it's really just to kind of provide some better lighting at the ADA parking and main building entrance. So as I mentioned, there are some facade improvements. So these are just some pictures of the existing elevations. You can see clearly that it's the Friendlies, similar to impact study, same story there. As I mentioned, the light pole height, your zoning requires 24 feet. Our lighting team, we submitted a photometrics plan. We had our pole set at 20 feet. We just feel it kind of better lit that main entrance and ADA parking. Area up. And then the other thing is just the site plan scale. Given that it's a pretty small. Pretty small area. The 1 inch area. The 1 inch to 40 feet scale just didn't seem to fit or be appropriate.
Yeah. Deb, we'd love to hear from you. Yeah. Deb, we'd love to hear from you.
Deb Keller with Merrill Engineers and Land Surveyor. So as stated, it's a pretty clean plan, small footprint, no increase in impervious, so the stormwater waiver is justified. Again, I would suspect traffic to a bank is going to be reduced from what a restaurant would be, so it would be minimal impact with regard to traffic. The only clarification is, I think the light pole, your requirement's 20, and they're looking for 24 feet in height, so the 24 feet in height, so that's a 4-foot increase in the height. Do you know if by any chance the light poles that are out there, if they're, what height? The other requirement, as you have for other site plans, to be recorded, so they will need to add registry information to a clean set so that you can endorse. Other than that, it was a pretty complete plan.
Yep, pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. Okay, do we have any questions from the board here? I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. All right, well, we are in a public hearing, so I guess open it up to any public comment. Do we have someone? Oh, we do.
I'll be brief, I promise.
Please just come on up and tell us who
My
you
name
are.
is Kevin Vargas.
Our calculations, the development impact study, traffic impact study, development impact study, traffic impact study, light pole height, and site plan scale. Do I have a motion on any of that, or any questions on any of those?
I'll move we approve.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call. Jim?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Stefan?
Aye.
Alicia? Aye. Okay, so we've accepted those. And now we can propose a vote to accept.
You see the conditions?
That's what I just went over.
You did the waivers. so
Oh,
you did
shoot, the conditions.
too.
Sorry, I did. I'll take that back. Here's the conditions.
Should be in the last of the folder of your packet. Very last page.
We have to read conditions? Yep.
Somebody like, do we want these all on the record? Or do we just accept the condition? Okay,
Because Nick, you've looked at them,
Yep.
correct?
Yeah, they're acceptable to us.
okay, so can I,
Yeah. I'll make a motion to accept the conditions 1 through 13 as shown.
do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call. Jim?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Stefan?
Aye.
And myself, aye. Okay, so we accept the waivers, the conditions. Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Okay, roll call. Jim?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Stefan?
Aye.
And myself, aye.
Thank you all, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Okay, up next, another public hearing. Are we just immediately continuing, correct? Okay, so up next, we have public hearing SP 1-25, which was continued from March 24th, 2025, on the application of the town of Pembroke, care of David Newhall Crocker Design Group. I am not going to keep reading all of this.
Just go right to immediate continuation.
We are immediately continuing this to a future date with no discussion or testimony at this time, apart from the vote to extend decision deadline.
April 28th.
I'll make a motion to extend public hearing SP 1-25 till the April 28th meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I'll make a motion to extend the public hearing SP 2-25 till the April 28th meeting.
Second that.
Okay, roll call. Jim?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Stefan?
Aye.
And myself, aye. Okay, so SP 2-25 is continued to the April 28th meeting. Okay, up next, we have a Form A, number 25-02, James Hassan, 35 Stetson Ave, transfer of 883 square feet from 27 Stetson Ave to 35 Stetson Ave. Okay, what do we have? And who do we have here?
Yeah, for the record, Gregory Morse, registered engineer, Morse Engineering, representing the property owner, and James Hassan, the applicant. This is a Form A subdivision to redivide the lot line between number 27 and 35 Stetson Ave. The house at number 35 was constructed in 1940, and as it was constructed, it was actually constructed over the lot line onto the number 27 Stetson Ave property. So what this plan does is it moves that existing lot line over to where this new lot line would be proposed. It's approximately a conveyance of 882 square feet. It does not alter the frontage. It does not create any new buildable lots. This is simply to correct an encroachment over the lot line. So
It's a lot in that neighborhood. I don't think any of the houses are on their own property.
I don't think any of them are. So
No.
these two will be.
Okay. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? Are they going to have enough, what they added gives them proper setbacks, or just at least gets them on their parcel?
It gets them onto their parcel. They still don't
They
have
still
proper
don't.
area or setbacks for that matter.
Okay. Jim, do you have any questions?
Yeah, well, I guess, I'm not sure if this is approaching it from the Board of Health. I was approaching it from Planning Board in that it crosses the roadway.
Yep, it would be considered a utility like any other utility, and it's a private way. And this landowner owns all of the land in its entirety, the road and the lots on either side. So they don't grant themselves an easement in that case, where they own the entire thing. Essentially,
Right.
the other citizens in town have an easement over this guy's property to drive up and down that street. He doesn't need an easement to do with his septic. Number 35 will have a new septic system on its own lot.
Okay, that was kind of my question, yeah, and yes, it is a utility, but it's a private utility, not a public utility.
Right.
So I guess it's okay, I'm not
Yeah.
really sure.
Well, it's a private way, so that's where it gets a little trickier too, so,
Yes.
all right. Well, any other questions, comments, or concerns? Do I have a motion?
I'll move have the clerk sign the A&R plan.
Okay,
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call. Jim?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Stefan?
Aye.
And myself? Aye.
Great.
All set.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, let's see.
You guys to sign this.
Sure.
Minutes out of the way?
Yes.
Jim, do I have your permission to sign your name?
Yes, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from Monday, March 25th, as shown.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Jim, roll call. Jim?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Stefan?
Aye.
Myself? Aye. Okay, so we've accepted the meeting minutes from before that our wonderful Sue has been entering, because they do a one-stop grant system, so they all go through there now from the state. So the deadline is coming up next month. And so you basically enter all your grants for the year. into the one stop, and then most of them funnel through there. So I know we have a few that she was working on.
You too.
Sue, want to tell us about our
Sure, let me
grants
just pull
here?
it out.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
So I'm applying for 4 grants. One is a zoning map. I really want to update our zoning map. It hasn't been updated since 2015. I want it user-friendly for me and our
And
residents.
to have some of the roads on there would be.
Yes, I would really like that.
That's
And
very exciting.
I've been working with Deb at Merrill, and the way that she's going to design it is there's going to be a street listing. So if you go to your street, you'll be able to tell right away what district you're in.
Nice.
So the second one is the Center Protection District, which just, with Stop and Shop being empty right now, the fire department being empty in a couple of years, it's just a good time to make some additions, make it, more friendly for businesses to come in. Another question regarding the Center Protection District is, should we go back to a mixed use in the Center Protection District? Housing Production Plan that expired in 2024, would like to update that. And then downtown branding, which I haven't completed the downtown branding application yet, but that is similar to Center Protection, just make it more inviting for businesses and residents. So each one, I've gone through, completed the application. It's pretty straightforward of, what we're looking for and what we need, as far as the housing
Thing
protection.
that we need to get answered.
No, I don't.
Okay,
Anything,
Vern, that we need to get answered.
no, I don't. Anything that,
perfect.
any questions I've had, Andy, the chair of the board, has helped me, and Sabrina Chilcott has helped me. And Sabrina actually went through all of the applications with me and added anything that she felt that I had missed.
Perfect. Okay, well, I mean,
I'm gonna have to read them.
you want to read them?
Same, I didn't look at these
Okay.
details. I didn't realize.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. All right, so we'll plan on voting on it next meeting.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Okay. Great job on